Hey everyone, Tony Winston here for Jazz Piano College. Waltz for Debby by Bill Evans, one of his most beautiful songs for sure. And, it's very kind of classical in some of the chords because, we got a lot of chords with thirds on the bottom, at least a few. And, you just want to hit the top note clearly and then put the second beat in there, put the chord in there very lightly. And C7th here is wrong. It's got to be E7 with G sharp in the bass. And then that smoothly goes to the next chord. And the version I listened to was his original version, long time ago. What was it, like 1959 or something? I don't know. It's a pretty old version. And it's only like 1 minute and 20 seconds long. He just plays it solo. There's lots of other great recordings too. Okay, what's more from the top? We got F major. Yeah. Later recordings had him playing some, much thicker chords like, things like that. Where are we? A few of these I just play them as chords. You got F7 with E flat in the bass. That's a nice voicing. Because leave the A out because we're going to play it with octaves up here. Here. Yeah, G minor 7 flat 5 with the D flat in the bass. And here he does a series of drop 2 voicings. First one there's not D minor, it's like, a diminished chord. Whatever diminished you want to call that. We'll call it F sharp diminished. And then we're going to go up, kind of like a G minor scale, using diminished chords on every other note. And then after G minor, it's probably something like that. C7th, D minor, another diminished chord, another diminished chord, takes you back here. I'm not, he does something like. Later on, he would just play them as chords, and that takes you to the second A section, which is a little different. Here the C is right. That takes you nicely to this one. Now, that's the melody note. So the next one's got to be pretty soft, right? You don't want to go something like that because it's just going to sound like the melody note. So again, the second A section. A7th, something big. B, I think I did B minor 7 flat 5. And here, we've got A major. Got to put a major 7th in there somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that's the way he played it. A B minor, then A major 9th, and here's A major 7th with that G sharp in the bass. Then he kind of goes to single notes here, a little stride. I don't know why I play that melody wrong. Just hold the D. And I went all the way down to this A chord. I probably should have played G down like that. I didn't try to copy him exactly note for note. I'm just too lazy. See, then here. Yeah, that works better. But this is like 2 against 1. 1, 2, and 3. Like that, or you could put the 7th in like that. There he does a nice counter melody. there he goes into, his usual little triad thing. He may have done something like this. He does that a lot, but I don't think so in this case. I think it was... just using notes of the F major scale, basically, when you get to G minor. Those are really scale tone seventh chords, or diatonic chords, because look at them here for a minute. If I invert them, it's going to be... See, but they sound better in this inversion, don't they? Now we get to our last A section. They call it... Again, that chord is wrong. C7, it's really an E7. Now here he does something really interesting. He starts, this is in 3/4 time, right? It's a waltz. But he starts kind of dividing it into measures of 2. He's got A minor, 1 and 2 and, then D7 for like 4 beats, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And here his left hand goes into this pattern of 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. It's so classical, and I think his hands, he doesn't cross over the way I'm doing because he can reach it easier. But anyway, this section is hard to play. So let me lead into it again here. Here we go. And you see, I struggle to get through it. Let me try that again. Here again, he's doing measures of 2/4, 1 and 1 2 1 2, and here I don't know what he did. It was something like, I just couldn't tell. I listened to it a million times, so I just came up with my own thing. I played a D flat seventh with E flat, and then I played an E flat 7 with D flat, and it sounds pretty nice. Goes right into the A minor here over C, diminished. Now that's an interesting chord, an E major triad over C. Where does that chord come from? I believe it comes from, like if you were going to go a 2-5-1 into F, you could make the 2 dominant, like that. And you could also make it kind of it's got a 13 and a flat 9 like this. So that's where the E triad comes from. But we're just over a pedal tone going to that C. So. And then I've jumped to the coda because that's what he does on the original recording. Right to a G flat major 7th. I kind of like it with the 5th on the bottom for some reason. And then, where did these chords come from? It's like a 3-6-2-5-1 or something, but not. A lot of major 7th chords at first, and. This is a kind of a re-harm idea where you just kind of move the bass around in weird intervals. It doesn't follow any really set patterns. You just have to kind of play it by ear. So, yeah. for improv. He's got it over here. I don't know if it changes time signature or something. You could do it as a waltz too, you know. So a 1, 2, 3, a 2, 2, 3. And maybe we could put some of those bars of 2 in. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's beyond my pay grade. I mean, I was doing it the other day and kind of having some success with it, but not today. Yeah, Waltz for Debby, great song by Bill Evans. You know, I can't play it as fast as he did, but somebody said on my previous video on this song that I was playing it too fast. But, you know, if you like it slower, play it slower. Make the song your own. All right, thanks to all my Patreon supporters and those folks that support me on PayPal, and also to you folks who just give me a thumbs up every now and then or leave a nice comment. I really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you're doing well, and I will be back again soon.